We would like to start off this episode by wishing all mothers a very happy Mother's Day. You're muted.
You can still hear me, right? I
Is
went
this
by.
I think you're probably too close.
I love you.
So it's my turn to ask, what are you drinking?
Water.
Same. I just got flavored water. That's it.
I just got plain water.
All right. Well, if you guys thought of it or if you called it, yes, we're going to talk about, the traditions that we grew up doing for Mother's Day or things that we would like to incorporate within our, family and future families on this holiday. I'm definitely a little saddened at the fact that the world that we live in is trying to take away the title of motherhood. I don't associate myself with birthing person. I would never accept those terms. If other people are okay with it, then that's on you. But that's not me, and I refuse to be called anything else but a mother and anything that's associated with it.
I agree.
But for Mother's Day in this household, it's kind of just a regular day. My children mean well, but they're my kids. So as good as they want to make the day, they still very much fight. They still very much want to eat, so I still have to cook. They still very much, fight. I have to say that again. They still make a mess. They still are who they are. Just because it's Mother's Day doesn't mean they stop being children, so my day is pretty much the same. They do try so hard. They go with my husband to Family Dollar, Walmart, or whatever store they decide to go that day, and they'll buy me gifts. And I love the fact that their gifts are so meaningful. Let's say, for example, the week prior to Mother's Day, I'm like, oh my God, my back hurts. They're not getting me flowers. They're buying me ice packs. And they're like, oh, Mom, because your back was hurting. So happy Mother's Day. And I think it's so cute. I love it, though. I think it's so cute because I feel like flowers are so traditional and they die so fast. They really
They do.
die so fast. I try so hard. I remember my daughter, she bought me these beautiful freaking flowers. They were yellow. They were yellow roses, but they were so vibrant. And I tried my hardest to keep it going. And then one day I'm just like, I need fake flowers. Like, they are the only things that last and stuff like that. And I think I hurt her feelings and I didn't mean to. So Booger, if you hear this episode, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings because I was talking about it with my sister and I didn't speak to her directly regarding it. And I was just like, I just need fake flowers. And it sounded like I was complaining, but it was more my complaint of not being able to keep the flowers alive, opposed to complaining about receiving the flowers itself.
Okay.
And then the next holiday came around and she gave me fake flowers. She was like, here, so they don't die. So I was like, oh, stabbed to my heart. But I could just imagine how she probably felt hearing me talk about it,
That's my heart. Yeah.
Yes,
I
I'm sorry,
totally get it.
Booger. I'm sorry.
I totally get it. I remember when I first was able to spend money to get my mom a Happy Mother's gift. I went to Dollar Tree, super excited. I was so freaking excited and stuff like that. And
Wait,
I got
isn't
my
Dollar
mom-
Tree new?
Well, I mean, a dollar, Family Dollar, whatever you used to call it back then. Anyways,
Like the 99-cent store?
no, not the 90. I don't think it was. No, it was Dollar Tree.
Really?
Yeah, it was Dollar Tree. It was, I don't know, but it was $1. I know the freaking thing was $1. All right, I don't remember what the store was called, but yeah, I went to go and get my mom. I was so excited, and it was. I went ahead and I gave it to her. She was like, "Oh, thank you," and all that other stuff. And then when we got home, she kind of just threw it in threw it on the couch. Didn't really care about it, And then like she gave it to my sister, and
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, that's basically what had happened. And I was like, oh wow, well then I'm not giving you any mother's gift in my head, you know. I'm not giving you
I
any
definitely
more
would have
Mother's
felt
Day
that
gifts.
way.
Like ever, you know. But now as I got older, I would go ahead and give her expensive gifts because that's what my mom is. My mom is spoiled. My mom is very
Oh, so
very
she's
spoiled.
materialistic.
Yeah.
Mm.
She was. Now she's not, but she was growing up. She was very materialistic. So, but yeah, now I ask her what she wants for Mother's Day, or I ask her what she needs, you know, and all that stuff. And now she's like, oh, I don't care. Give me PJs. I don't care, you know, and stuff like that. But before she cared, you know, so. So now I just give her flowers, and then I believe last year I gave her like a big cake, you know. I got it custom made and everything. I love giving people custom cakes. I don't know why. So yeah,
September
I got it
11th.
custom made.
I mean September 10th. I forgot my birthday. September 10th is my birthday. We want to send a cake this way.
I tried giving you a cake, and you were like, "No, forget it." Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I remember, because I was like, where's your house? What's the closest bakery shop? You were like, no, it's fine. You don't have to do that.
I'll still tell you the same thing if you ask me this time around, but I'm not your business.
No, but yeah, that's basically how it went with my parents, and then, I mean, my mom, technically, so. And my dad really, when it was Father's Day for him.
We're not there, girl.
Oh, yeah, right.
We're not there.
Back up. Yeah, but Mother's Day wasn't like, oh my God. And I don't have no kids, so I can't really talk much. My cats give me something, I guess you could say, from my husband, because, you know.
That's cute.
Well, that's about it. Yeah, like he'd give me something, and he'd be like, you know, yeah, these are from the cats. And I'm like, oh yeah, the cats. That's great. But thank you, I love it, you know? So, yeah.
Well, for me growing up, I used to I guess I used to be disappointed with my mom. And not in a bad way, in the sense like I would give her a gift and she'll never use it. But I used to be annoyed because I would want her to use it. Like, let's say this example. Let's say I got her a flower, I got her little balloons, and then it'll be like a notebook and a pen. Again, I'm just making it up. And she would never use it. And I'm like, use the freaking book. And she's like, oh no, mommy, like I'm saving it. I love it. I don't want to use it. And it's like, use the book. You know, so it'll be stuff like that. You know, we'll buy her candy, and she would never unwrap it.
Why do I feel like you'll be like, so, did he use it yet?
I would look at it and I'll just be like, you didn't use the book? Because she'll be using another book, and you didn't use the book? And then she'll be like, I know, mommy, I don't want to open it. I love the book so much. And then it makes me feel, the way I feel about it is that if you don't use it, you don't like it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, the excuse is, I'm keeping it because I love it, opposed to like, I don't like it. I don't want to take that book with me anywhere. But I would always go for what she likes because my mom is a huge Betty Boo fan. Huge. So I used to go all out. I'm talking about throw blankets. It would be a purse, it'd be a wallet, it'd be a tote bag, be a book bag, be slippers, pajamas. Everything was Betty Boo. Everything that I would get her would be Betty Boo. Freaking pillowcases, everything.
Right.
I would purposely get her that because I knew she would like it. And it wouldn't, you know, sometimes it would be some cheap stuff and other times it would be on the more pricier end. I wouldn't say I spent like $200 on a bag, but I would definitely spend like $50 or something on it. So it's like, woman, use it. And instead, she'll nail it to the wall. Like, not nail it, like she won't put a nail through it, but she'll put the nail on the wall and then hang it off the handle, keep it in the plastic bag, and she'll be like, I don't want it to get dirty. And it's like, dirty the sucker, use it, throw your crap in there, go to the store with it, you know?
Well, if you're a big fan, because I mean, I'm a big fan of things, you know, and when you get something that is like you feel like it's something that you cannot, you got to keep in the things to preserve it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that.
So that's probably what she was doing.
I get that because I'm the same way with certain things, you know? But for me growing up, like, okay, I get that now.
Okay. You didn't get it when you were growing up.
But
You're
for
like,
me growing up at like 6, 7 years old, or like 13,
Right.
saving up money and all this stuff, like, oh my god, like I got something, oh my god, and then it's just hanging on the wall. It's like, what? You don't like it?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So that was my thing. So it was stuff like that. Like, I never got my mom cake. I didn't do the cake. I didn't do anything like that in that nature.
Yeah.
My family and I know I mentioned it in other things. Like, we're not big on brands. We're not big on anything like that. We stick to what you like. Like, my family growing up knew I loved Tigger. And without me wanting it, my whole room became Tigger. Like, I had a Tigger alarm clock. I had a Tigger piggy bank. I have, even up to this day, like, I have one of those peluche book bags.
Okay.
It's like a book bag, but it looks like a little teddy bear.
Yeah.
There's a purse. I have that up to today. Before I had kids. I mean, I think I was dating my husband for like a week. And my mom got me this whole baby set thing. Like, the things that the kids, they lay on their back. And it's not a mobile. It's like what is it, a play set or something? You put them on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
My mom got me that because it was Tigger. And I was like, Ma, she goes, it was Tigger. I knew you was going to like it. So, it was just like, okay. So they would get me everything Tigger. If they decided to get me a photo album, because back in the days it wasn't digital, it was Tigger covers. Everything was just Tigger. And then it was just like, oh, I love zebra stripes. Boom. I got a zebra umbrella, zebra sunglasses, zebra purse, zebra socks, zebra pajamas, a throw blanket. Everything became it. So my family, like, they go based off of that. Like, if you like that get ready to be bombarded, because you're going to get one from grandma, your sister, the other sister, my brother, my mother, my aunt. Everybody's going to get it for you. They'll get you pens. I even got zebra printed AA batteries.
Wow. That's amazing.
I'm dead serious. I got them. I've opened the pack because it didn't fit where I wanted to put it, but I never used them.
Oh my god.
Zebra printed AA batteries. Where do you find those?
Nowhere now. Not even.
So, that's one thing. The family, like, they mean so well, and I love it. Nowadays, we're in different states. Everybody grew up, everybody's separated. So now all we really do is just like FaceTime one another, and it's just like Happy Mother's Day or Happy Mom Day or Happy Baby Mama, like, depending what role you're playing to us. Like,
I know I am so bad at reaching out to my mom, but that's because, like, I get in my depression mode,
Don't
and when I
own
get in
it.
my depression,
Get in a depression mode.
yeah, I get in depression modes, and I just don't want to go nowhere. I legit just want to lay in bed. I don't want to do nothing. I legit forget to call anybody, in all honesty. Like, I've been bad. I've been bad contacting my mama.
See, with me, I didn't grow up that way. And I tried to get out of that whole mindset of mine, but it's so hard. Like, legit, we hardly had a phone in our house. And yes, this is before cell phones became a big thing that everybody had one. We still had landlines, okay?
We had payphones, for crying out loud.
Right. So in my house, we hardly had any of that growing up. Like, we'll have cable for like 3 months out of the year. The house phone will be on for like 4 or 5 months, and it wasn't consecutive. So I grew up not having that type of communication with people. I grew up being content with those that I did see. You understand? So I never grew up accustomed to being on the phone and speaking to people. I was not accustomed to just having that communication. If I saw you, we communicated. That's how it was. And in a way, I'm still like that, where when my phone starts blowing up and people start calling me, I get overwhelmed. And I'm just like, oh my God, like it has to stop. Like my husband calls me 5 times in a day. By the third call, I'm yelling, what do you want? Why do you keep calling me? And he's just like, well, I wanted to know X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you couldn't ask me that in the second phone call? Because I'm just so not, and I know it sounds horrible. I'm sorry, baby. But it's just, I'm not accustomed to that. And then now that we're grown up, and now that our families are in different states, or even if we're in the same state, we're different towns where we're about 45 minutes drive away from one another. It's bad, but it's so hard for me to just call them.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not used to it. It's not part of me. And I want to, because I be telling myself, I'm like, okay, I got to schedule it. Like, you know what? I'm going to start texting my aunt every Monday at 3 o'clock. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
And I can't do it.
Never does it. Yeah. I'm the same way.
Did you grow up with having that type of contact with people? Or do you
Not really.
feel
Like,
that
I mean,
it's like a
even when-
depressed thing? Because for me, I'm just accustomed.
I think it's both, because first, I know my mom gave me a flip phone, you know, like the flip phones and stuff. They used to be a thing. Like that was my first phone, and I never really had friends to sit there and text and all that other stuff, you know. I know that I never really used my phone, even when I had my phone. The only thing I used my phone was to play like little games here and there, you know?
Okay.
And stuff like that. Like, it wasn't really something that I communicated with anybody about, you know?
Okay.
I had friends on my contact list from schools and stuff like that, but I was like, again, because I'm an army brat, you know, we moved a lot. So my friends that were in my contact list no longer lived next to me, you know? So then I had to remake new friends and stuff like that. So it legit wasn't anything until MySpace came around, you know, and then everybody wanted to follow each other and all that other stuff. But yeah, so like when you have the phone, when you're growing up and you have a phone, you really don't, and you don't have no friends, you really don't see no use for it.
Right.
Like even when my mom got me the phone because she wanted to make sure that, you know, I would be going to the house or whatever, but I'm always home. You know, I get off the bus and I go straight home. I get off, like, I was legit like an isolated child. Like, my mom would not let me sleep over to nobody's house, you know? She would not let me go anywhere, like even field trips. Like, she had a hard time letting me go to field trips and stuff like that. So, I was really like in a type of lockdown situation type thing. So, when it comes to the phone aspects of it, I wasn't really a utilized person when it came to the phone thing, like, on all honesty. And then I always forget it. Like, I always left it at home, or it was in my book bag and on silent, you know? So it was legit that. And I remember having my first ringtone. Oh my gosh, when I had my first ringtone, I thought it was so funny because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have this ringtone, and it was like, your mama's calling, and it was so loud. Yo, I was, imagine being in the line and that thing goes on. I was so embarrassed.
That's funny. That is funny.
So yeah, phones were like I felt so embarrassed every time I carried a phone for some reason. So,
But the thing is, like, you were embarrassed, but then you decided that was the ringtone you needed.
yeah.
That's horrible.
I didn't know it was gonna be that loud, you know. But yeah, but we always had phones, and then I would end up giving my phone away, or you know, because I was restricted, like in my phones and stuff like that. I was always restricted. I was never in a plan with my parents. It was more so like prepaid type thing, you know. And it was, yeah, so it's just I couldn't use my phone like that. My dad didn't trust us enough to have us in his prepaid, because he was like, you guys are gonna bring my minutes up and then I'm gonna have to pay extra and all that other stuff. So yeah, it was like that. So I mean, I didn't see no useful for a phone. Like, I don't see it useful till this day either, you know, but I have it just in case. 'Cause you never know, you know. I forget. Like I say, I use it to just basically play games. Like my phone now, I use it to play games because I don't call nobody. You know?
Yeah, me growing up, I never had a cell phone. I didn't get a cell phone until I ended up getting with my husband. Me and my husband started dating when I was 17 years old, and I didn't have my own phone until I was like 18. So it was like after I ended up giving birth to my daughter and stuff like that. So my whole youth, I never had a phone. And then my mom didn't have a phone. My mom did have a pager. My mom had this cool freaking pager that my stepfather ended up getting it for her for Mother's Day, if I'm not mistaken. It was either her birthday or Mother's Day. And they're about a month apart. My mother's birthday is in April. So, April and then May comes Mother's Day. So I don't know if it was a uni gift or whatever the case might be. But her pager would talk, okay? This was like the first mobile voicemail, okay? Like, you know how other pagers you would go and you have to just put in your number. Yeah, you put in your number, beep, 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 and then they'll just look at it and they'll see that was it. No, honey. My mother's
Your mom
Day
was
gift,
fancy.
I could leave a message. It could be like, hey, Ma, I'm going to be at so-and-so's house. I'm going to be hanging out over there. I'll be home around 8 o'clock. Her number is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bye, and hang up. And she could play it and hear like, hey, Ma, I'm going to be at so-and-so's house. And it was like, and it was one of the best things ever. I felt like, Ma, show that out. Show that out, Ma. Ain't nobody got no pager like that. So I believe that's one of the gifts that she ended up getting. I didn't have my phone until I was like 18. And I believe the first phone that I ended up getting was probably around Mother's Day. And it was the Nextel. Don't tell me the bleep bleep, the little chirp, and bleep bleep. It was like a little walkie-talkie. And I think it was like the i833. Guess the joke. It was a baby fat version. Okay, it was the baby fat, not version, the edition. Okay, where it was like a flat one, but it was pink and all this stuff, and it was so cute.
I remember I was so excited when I got the Razor phone, the flat Razor phone.
Hell no, I never liked
gosh.
that phone.
Like, I was so excited when I got that one. But then I for nothing, because I only had it for like a week and Mom sold it to somebody in Panama. Like,
No, see, I ended up getting that phone, and then after that we started getting cool, whatever, and we went from a prepaid to a plan. We went to a plan, but then I had to get like a Sprint flip phone, but then the flip phone was cute because it had a camera in the front. I believe I ended up getting that for the next Mother's Day gift, and it was pink también. I don't know why I went through so pink face. I love pink, but I don't love it, but I love it.
I hate pink.
I love it, but I love it, but I don't love it, but I like it. But I have to have some of the things there's certain things you gotta get that's pink. I'm sorry. So the phone was one of them, and it had a camera in the front. So you was able to take a selfie with the phone closed, or you was able to have video caller ID. Oh, girl. And then the phone spoke to me. So if it rang, it would be like, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, right? I'm making a beat, whatever. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, and it was like, baby daddy, because I wasn't married to him at the time. Baby daddy is calling you. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee. Baby daddy is calling you. And it was like, but and it was so cute. I ended up loving it and everything like that. And then the gifts like that stopped. Now we married. Now he paid the bills. Now we got 3 kids and 3 dogs. So it's just like, babe, what do you need? And it's like, I need shampoo and conditioner. So he'll throw it in a gift bag and be like, here you go. Happy Mother's Day. And it's like, what? You said that's what you needed. It's like, I gotta share this with the house.
Right.
But the man means well. He takes care of everything or whatever. So in all reality, like whatever I need, I already have before Mother's Day and after Mother's Day. So it's really more time for the kids to shine, I guess you can say. And then again, like last year is when I ended up having my weight loss surgery. So for Mother's Day, I ended up having 2 surgeries last year. I ended up having weight loss surgery January 31st. So I already hit the year. And then April 29 is when they removed my gallbladder. And it was like an emergency thing. So it was definitely like not planned at all. And Mother's Day obviously comes around in May, whatever. So I'm in bed. I got these incisions in my belly. I'm feeling like I'm dying. And my son comes with like, all right, I love socks. I love fat, fluffy socks to walk around the house in. And I love slippers. I hate being barefoot. What?
Mitas, that's what my mom calls them.
Okay, so these mitas. My son ended up getting me walking slipper socks. Like they look like little booties that you put on babies. So I was loving it. And then that was like what he got me for Mother's Day. And it was so cute because again, like they think about whatever's happening in my life at that moment and they want to incorporate that. And then he got me like this big blue bunny teddy bear, which I sleep with, and his name is BB for short, but it really stands for Blue Bunny because it's authentic name, right? So his name is BB for short. So I ended up getting a teddy bunny, a bunny teddy. I don't know what you call it, a Betty, but I ended up getting that, and he ended up getting me like these miras, like you stated. And the youngest one, he goes and he got me these fuzzy socks, and they're red and pink and things like that, and some flowers, and then heating pads. He got me heating pads for my incisions.
Aww.
So it was cute, and it's like I needed this. It's like, how did you know? So Mother's Day, I think, is definitely something important for moms because a lot of the times, at least for me and other females that I've spoken to, they don't feel as valued throughout the years or throughout the days in the year. So when that one day comes to shine on us, we tend to appreciate it. So people like don't overlook it.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, all I want to do is sleep, and I want to be catered to. Like, I want the dinner cooked for me. I want the house clean without me having to do it. It's not even like, I don't care about no Louis Vuitton bag. If you wanted to put me on vacation, I'll take it. If you want to pay for a hotel for the weekend so I could sleep and have people like housekeeping make my bed, I'll take that too, But it's really just I guess it's just to feel value, like our position is not being overlooked.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't have that much stories when it comes to, Mother's Day. Aside from taking my mom out to eat and stuff like that whenever she wanted. We basically asked her what she wanted and we gave it to her because, to give her something and then her not like it and then, put it to the side, it always hurt our feelings, so we just ask. Like, what do you want?
I think that's the safest way out.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically what we end up doing. And that's basically it. It's nothing to me. It's like we just spend time with her as much as we can.
We have to definitely appreciate them. I don't see my mom as often as I would like, and we don't have the tightest relationship the way that I would prefer for it to be. It saddens me when I think about it, but I do love my mommy. I love her to death. She stresses me out. I think like the rest of the world does, but
yeah.
I do cherish the moments that I do have with her. I'm not gonna even be able to see her this Mother's Day, so I'm just gonna have to like video call her or whatever. Again, we're in different locations. She's in PA right now, so but happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, mommies out there, and those who are taking up the roles, grandmas and aunts, sisters, cousins, foster mommies, step mommies, all of you mommies out there. I hope that you guys feel valued. I hope that you guys feel loved and appreciated.
Yes.
Let us know down in the comment section or send us an email. We have our link in the description box below. We would love to hear your response. Well, that's all for tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Chitty Chat Chit Chat podcast.
Bye.